Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the J22 Report. I am your host, Johnnie Market. You all know that drill. Smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't. And just a little disclaimer, nothing should be construed as financial investment advice. These are just my opinions, thoughts on the markets. Read more below. And let's get into today's stuff. The big thing, if you were paying attention, gold and silver got shellacked. And I mean, it took it on the chin Friday, and there's nothing we can really do about it. Right now, silver went down, just looking $30, and gold went down almost 500 points, 480. And first thing I want to say is this is why I say on every upswing, you want to start taking profits incrementally. Goes up. I had a disciplined approach. I didn't even sell all that much when it hit 100, but I sold a little bit because of the discipline. Hit 1.5, 110, 115. And it got to the point where I took out one of my stop losses orders because I was going to get stopped out of another company. I sort of wish I didn't, but I was like 60, 65% in cash at that point. And I don't know what my cash holding is, but I mean, one thing I personally think, no one's saying this, late yesterday, just this is what I did, not financial investment advice, but I bought SILJ or the Silver Miners ETF at like 340 or 20 minutes. I'm already up on it. And the reason why is I expect some sort of dead cat bounce. I wouldn't be surprised if this bounces back $10 or more the next day. And so I thought of playing the bounce only as a trade. But this is why, I said silver's no longer an investable market. Same with gold. I think there will be a time where you can invest again, but this is a trading market now, and that's what I'm doing. The funny thing is this silver miner, the silver SILJ, I think ETF. I have a 20% stop loss, and the main thing is I have so much on capital gains because I sold so much. I'm like, if I lose on this, not a tax advisor, just my opinion. I can use these losses and offset my gains. So many gains in 2026. I'm not even talking about 2025, 2026 that I'm like, so what? If I lose, I can offset. And if I win, I mean, not even be all that happy with this taxed, my ordinary income, but I'm just seeing how good of a trader I am. But what going forward, I think there will be uh a bounce. So I'm actually looking to get rid of other there's one stock I had. I'm not pumping this or anything. I already bought out Ally Gold. There's already a set price for it to be bought out. So it's like, let me see. It's an all cash deal. So this is what I had. I don't talk too much about price per share, $44 in cash. So no matter what. So I mean that one I wasn't selling out. I was just gonna wait till that was one of my, holdings. And then I was looking at my holdings and I was like, wow, I'm still up. One of them is still up like 800% despite the decline. I'm not saying this is braggadocious way, but I'm like, all right, I'll just get out of these now during the bounce. And then there's some I'm just gonna keep irregardless of where the market goes. I really don't. I might get rid of them at the end of this year if the market's stale or not. Mainly because I want to get out of this certain account and transfer it over. So I actually want to, where I keep these miners, I want to actually get out and close out this account for personal reasons. And then transfer the money. And so right now, so that's why. And if you look at the stock market, it hasn't been doing that well. Uh, Dow Jones, if you look at it, and even on the 5 day, it's down for the week. Now on the month, I think it's still up, but it's not all that much. But One thing I'm worried about oil. This is what I think. Let's do USO. I'm not even that big of a fan of it, but this was up on the 5 days up. I was saying like this is the market I would invest to. I'm gonna buy more. 1 month it's up. I've been saying this. Oil's the only thing cheap now. 6 months it's still down. Year to date it's up. But I said oil was. I'm doing with the hated Canadian producers. Like, I don't think, like, not investment advice, I'm not anything, but if you look at ExxonMobil, this has just gone up drastically. Like, 5 day it's up, 1 month, like, that's way up from 120, 6 months. This is at 110, 140. Year to date, like these, 1 year's up 32%, 5 years up 215%. If you look at it, this is at all times highs. All times highs. And I'm just doing another. Now, this one is actually Suncor. It's not, but this is why I'm sort of in Canadian oil. Let's just do 5 days. If you compare this to ExxonMobil, 2%. Now it's up 1%. Yeah, I know that because I've been up 6 months, 17 year to date. But look, year to date, it's only up 11. 1 year, it's up 17. If you look at the font, wow, that is up. But if you look at it, wow, this is sort of good. Wow, Suncor's, but if you look at it, it's not like ExxonMobil way. It's actually, if you look at Suncor, it looks like it's about to break. I don't think that's a cup, but maybe, but it's probably going to break and make new all-time highs. I'm trying to find some, I do own Suncor for disclosure. This is another one, Cenevis. For disclosure, I own it. I'm not advocating. But I mean, let's see. This is 30%. Well, my portfolio is up a lot, so why am I acting surprised? But if you look at it right here, the highs $35 a share. This is up 19. So considering some conventional assets. But yeah, if you look at it, the highs were 38. So I think you can buy some Canadian oil cheap. Let's just do Chevron. Let's see. I just want to see just on a chart. I have other ways of, but if you look at it, Chevron, that's near its all-time high, which was in 2022, 181. So, but it's not nearly like Cenevis. Let me see what Canadian. Now, this is talked about. Full disclosure, I do own this one, but let's just one more. I'm just doing max. Now, this is actually near. It's not cheap either. So yeah, this is not cheap. But oil's doing pretty well. I think, if you look at it, they look like they're breaking out. But they pay good dividends, and that's why I'm really in there. But yeah, so yeah, I think there's going to be just sort of a dead cat, like generally something after that. And if it goes down again tomorrow, which is possible, then there'll probably be another bounce. There'll probably be a bounce. Based on my experience, there's always a dead cat bounce. So right now, I think basically the only thing cheap is oil and gold and silver. I mean, my bullion, I'm not. I won't sell that for a while because I want to reiterate, I do think we're coming up into an everything bear market for the next couple of years. I do think silver and gold next decade will start going up drastically, meaning I think we're going to see, well, we saw 5,000, but we'll see 10, 15, 20,000 gold starting, we might see those numbers in the mid 30s, late 30s, and I think we'll see, yeah, mid 30s, and I think we'll see gold and silver like that. But I think, as I said before, we're going to enter a bear market and gold will be going below 3,000 again. So I think there will be a time to really buy hand over fist again. And it's not going to go straight up to those numbers. There'll be pullbacks and corrections and whatnot. So, but what could happen is this could base sort of like copper for a year and then go up again. So it is possible. Per So yeah, just don't. I wouldn't be discouraged. If you heard like, oh, is this the end of the bull? It's possible, but it's also not. So I'm not on any one side, and I'm personally just looking to sell a lot and then buy some property in the new, in Europe where I'm moving to. So I mean, I'm not. I sort of am worn out by this market, so I've been investing since 08, 09. I'm not unhappy. Part of me is mental. I just want to get out of it for a while. I am going to come back, and there will be targets when I come back. Now, let's say I'm dead wrong and it goes down and it just keeps going up. Well, I have my bullion at least. So, yeah, never, in my opinion, if you're bullish like me long term, never fully leave a position. You don't want to. And I'm not. I have a stack. I have a backpack filled, and it would give me a yeah, it would give me a bad back if I filled it. So, but the lettuce is just remember, always have trailing stops, always have, and remember I said core positions, and this is why. Like for example, I have enough money to save for a house to buy that house I really want, and it's because I had these trailing stops. It's not because I sold. It's because I had these and I kept tightening them up as they go. So, and when you have profits, there's no shame of doing trailing stops. No shame. Trailing stops sell incrementally as they went up. As soon as it hit 50, I kept buying. And then as soon as it hit 50, I stopped buying and I sold. And then when it hit 60, I sold. And when it hit 70, it sold. I think I sold wait, 80 I sold, went back down to 70, I sold. 80 again I sold. I sold at 90, sold at 100, I sold at 105, 110. And each sale got a little bit bigger. You wouldn't believe how many mining stocks I had. I really think I had like 30 or 40. I don't really know. I looked at my thing and it was just like when I looked at my thing for taxes, which I did, it was like asked all the trades I did. And I sold some bullion too. I didn't sell a lot. I still have a huge amount. But I even sold bullion and just each incremental ups. And I think that's how you do it. And this is why, I looked at my portfolio. It's 60% in cash. And I was like, gosh, for a down day like this, my portfolio isn't devastated at all. And it's because a lot of it was in cash. So, that's the lesson. Obviously, it's not financial investment advice. I'm just talking about how I approach things, and maybe this could help you. Maybe this could be for good. It's for trailing stops. There's a lot of noise going around. If you look at my video when it broke 100, I congratulate. And one of the reasons I can congratulate is I had a lot of the profits locked up from trailing stops. I wasn't worried. I could sleep at night if it tanked, and this is why I got stopped out of a lot. And I still have. So we'll see what happens. See how my trade goes. If it goes south, so what? So what? Uh, just remember, hit that like button, subscribe, and remember, I have these oil stocks I'm doing. I'm actually going to buy more this week. I have targets when I'm going to stop buying, and then I have targets when I'm going to start selling. Subscribe. I'll let you know when I'm selling. when I'm stopped buying, I will do it. And yeah, and I hope the bull market's been good to you. And even if you didn't sell, I always say learn from your mistakes. Learn from it. Yeah. The best currency you can get as a investor is knowledge. We all make mistakes. I did. I wish I sold a lot more in 2011 than just walked away for a while. That's what I plan on doing here. But I still have, mining stocks personally, and I'll probably keep them for a while. So anyway, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you next video.